Recording in progress.
Welcome to Planning Commission today for the, what is today? The 23rd of July. We have four commission members present, 3 excused, and we have enough for a quorum, so we'll go ahead and get started. I've asked Kepi to give us an opening prayer.
Gracious Heavenly Father, we're grateful for this chance that we've arrived safely. Planning Commission, grateful for the responsibilities that we accept and for the chance to help make Payson City better. Pray that might help us so we can review those items that are presented before us and we can enjoy this time in service. And we ask this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Okay, so we'll look at the consent agenda. Anybody have a chance to look at the minutes from the July 9th meeting? Any issues or comments?
Nope.
I need a motion to
Make a motion then to accept the minutes from the meeting on July 9th of 2025.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor with yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Public forum. Anybody from the public like to speak to us?
I have questions about the rezoning thing that's on the agenda tonight.
Then we'll get to it when we get to it. So. Sounds good. All right. Review items. Got a public hearing. Where are we going to do these in the same order? Okay. Would you, let's see what we're doing is public city title, code title 12, clarify the bonding process and the timing of when a plat is recorded with a traditional bond. This allows the developer to change from an at-risk bond to a traditional bond at any time. And it looks like we have someone to present for us. So
I'm just here if you have questions.
I'm just here if you have questions. So basically this, we've been having some confusion with developers on when they're allowed to start construction, depending on which bond method that they choose. And so it was brought to our attention that our code was not clear. So we are just making it clear.
This just clarifies that.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions or comments about that? Okay, we need to open the public hearing.
So you just asked. Motion then to open the public hearing on the
I
first
need a
item.
second. It's coming up. It's just thinking.
I'll second since we're waiting for the mic to boot.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? By
Yes.
Yes.
Public, any comment on this? Not this one.
Not that one.
Okay. All right. All right.
So I have a question then, just for clarification. What is it that the developer said was unclear to them?
So they wanted to start construction and wait to record the plat with the traditional bond because they felt that they could reduce the amount that they would have to bond for if
They
they did
already
it
had
that
something
way. And so we're just clarifying that if you're doing traditional bonding, you have to have the plat recorded prior to pre-con.
Right.
Thank you. I just
Yep.
want to make, I'm
Yep,
like,
no problem.
And thanks for giving us the edited copy because it makes it so much easier to know what we're talking about when you provide the copy with edits. Same with the other item we have. It's like, oh, that's so nice. They have everything circled. And so I don't have to read the whole thing and try to figure out what's different. We gave it a broken one.
Grab a different one. Yeah, tried the other one. I know one of them was not well, and so.
Doesn't say anything. It was on for, like, the screen was on for a second. But now that.
Michael broke it.
This looks like
In surround sound.
Okay, so we need to close the public hearing.
A motion to close the public hearing then on the code title 12, clarifying the bonding process.
And a second.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor by yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Any comments from commissioners? Okay, let's make a motion.
So I make a motion then to, on the proposed amendment to Payson City Code Title 12 to clarify the bonding process and the timing of when a plat is recorded with a traditional bond. Amendments allow, and to forward that on to the city council.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call. Commissioner Becker,
Yes.
Commissioner Hamuli,
Yes.
Commissioner Frisbee,
Yes.
and Commissioner Beecher, yes. Okay. Public hearing. Payson staff are proposing amendments to Payson City Development Guidelines to clarify a sewer cleanout in park strips. Additionally, there is a need for sewer manholes to be lined up over troughs and to remove the ladders that are installed in manholes to address safety concerns. Providing additional information on the process for additional bonding and at risk work.
Yeah, so this is just like we do usually. I try to do them just once a year, but the same developer that brought the ordinance issue to our attention is fighting us on semantics with a note on the details. So just to make things absolutely clear moving forward, we are just adding the required notes to our standard details. And then the bonding process, I created a detail for that as well. So if they don't want to read the code, they can look in the guidelines and see that kind of flow chart.
So why is a ladder a safety issue in a
Because if the ladder is installed in the manhole, then a lot of times they will skip all the other safety issues. They'll just pull the lid and go down. They won't test the air first. They won't use safety harnesses and things like that.
Okay.
So we take the ladders out, and then it forces them to use the tripod, to use the safety harness, and reminds them there's a whole slew of things that they have to do to follow the confined space.
Okay. That was my question.
So are
about it.
they going to have to remove that on all existing manholes? or is
No,
that
they won't
just for
remove them.
future-
They will just, for
Okay.
anything moving forward,
Wouldn't be an-
will not have the steps.
Because I've
So
seen
are
that's
you-
a lot of
so
manholes.
eventually
to
you're
have
going to
to-
cut them out of the existing ones?
No, they won't. They won't do anything with the existing ones. It'll just, as new ones get installed and old ones get replaced, we just won't have any more ladders, the steps pre-installed.
Any other questions before we open the public hearing? Okay, we need to open a public hearing.
I move we open the public hearing on item 5.2 for the development guidelines.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor by yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. This is, you're good on this one? Okay. There's nobody else online, right? Okay. Motion to close public hearing.
Make that motion to close the public hearing on 5.2.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Motion and a second. All in favor by yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, any discussion?
I appreciate the clarification on the ladders just not being installed on the new manholes. Yeah. So if there's,
We're ready for motion.
yeah, I'll make a motion then to send it with a positive recommendation 5.2 on the proposed amendment to the Payson City Development Guidelines to clarify a sewer clean out and park strips and a need for sewer manholes to be lined over troughs and remove the ladders. Or as has been mentioned, no new ladders will be installed in the manholes with a positive rating to go to the city council.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. Commissioner Frisbee,
Yes.
Commissioner Hamuli,
Yes.
Commissioner Beecher, yes. Commissioner Becker.
Yes.
That motion carries. Will be sent on to city council.
Thank you, commissioners.
5.3 is also a public hearing. This is the NC1 Neighborhood Community Overlay. And it's a request by Richard Wells on behalf of 590 North Main LLC for a positive recommendation of approval from the Planning Commission for the NC1 Neighborhood Commercial Overlay to be applied to Utah County Parcel 18-139-1, located at 590 South Main Street. And they plan on using it for office space if it gets approved. I assume this is you, right, Michael? Since Jonathan took the rest of it.
All right, so just to help orient you, I don't have a presentation. I'm just going to share with you a Google image and then share with you the staff report.
Okay.
So as you can see here, my cursor doesn't like to move that quickly there. So here's Main Street, here's 600 South. It's the old Family History Center building right here. That's what we're discussing for this neighborhood commercial overlay. Any questions on that building? I can do a little Google guy so you can see that in there.
Has this developer bought it already?
From what I understand, yes, it's been purchased by these individuals.
Okay.
Wells.
I didn't know if it had sold yet. That's why I asked the
In the
question.
staff report, it says there's only one parking stall, but is
Yes,
that because of the
so-
way the property, so the parking's
So
actually
you
on
can,
public?
yeah, so I can do this little drive by. You can see that there is nothing here in the front.
Right.
And then going the other way, there's really only enough parking for one vehicle on the property.
Okay. So, because that's what I was wondering. So the other parking stalls are not actually on the property.
Yeah, the other ones are actually on the street. So you can see there's enough room right here where my cursor is for a parking stall.
Okay.
This is actually on their property. All of the rest
Is other
fronts at
people's
least
actually
property.
on-
part way, if not all the way on the city public right of way.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So if they ever expanded that road, that would create parking
Well, and
issues for.
that's part of what they're agreeing to in the staff report with a specific type of curb. What's it called, Jonathan? A cut curb?
Concrete cross gutter or waterway.
Cross gutter. So there's actually one right over here in front of the elementary school that does the same kind of a thing. So that's basically all that they would be required to do. And then parking can continue the way it always has for these many years in that location like that. So, other questions on the location? Okay, so I was just going to pull up the staff report and just kind of bring to your attention that with this overlay, it would potentially allow for all of the uses in the neighborhood commercial zone. And so those are listed here, 1 through 16. Most of these are quite minor, very intended to be conducive to residential surroundings. Any questions on any of those or what could potentially happen here? The applicant is requesting to be an office space, but that doesn't mean it will always be that.
No,
If
it
they
means
sell or
it means
decide to
that
do
that's what they're
something.
saying, but
Yeah,
it could be any of these permitted uses.
within this overlay zone, yes.
Yeah. Any questions before we open the public hearing for Michael? Okay.
Okay.
I need a motion to open the public hearing.
I move we open the public hearing on item 5.3.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, is this the one you wanted to talk to us on? Would you please come up to the microphone, state your name and let us know what your thinking is.
So my name's Scott Everett. I actually live across the street from the building. And I don't know, I don't want to shut down what they want to do because it's great to have somebody trying to bring a business into Payson. I'm completely on board with that. The problem that I'm worried about right now, and the reason that I came is because maybe there's something you guys can do about it. But the buildings that are right around it are rental units that have residents in them. And at this
They're
point,
what?
they have residents in them. Like
Yes.
it's an upstairs and downstairs apartment, and then like a little, I don't know, studio apartment kind of behind it. Looks more like a shed, but
Uh-huh.
the problem is right now that all winter long, people park on the street there, which is, I know, kind of some people are against it, some people are for it, right? But they've been using the parking from the Family History Center. Now that the people have bought it, they've, I guess, been told not to park there because they haven't been parking there. And that puts those residents on the street, which I realize is not 100% not the people that bought the units problem, right? But it becomes a problem because me living across the street, they park in front of my place and I can't have people come over.
Which way do you live? To the
I
south?
live 589 South, so I'm right across from the skate park and pool.
Okay, so
so-
you're
Well, east
here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Use the Google guy again.
Yeah.
The Google guide, yeah, like that.
I just want to know where you're at.
So I'm that house right there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the house. on the
Yep.
other side. Yep.
Okay, across the street right
Yep.
there to the east then.
Yep.
Okay.
So for me, it doesn't really bug me that much right now, but I'm gonna live there for a long time. I hope,
So where are the rentals at?
So the rentals, do you want to, I don't want to play with your mouse. Do you want to just go to the overhead view again?
Next door to the family.
Because the overhead.
Are they to the north of the Family History Center building? Just go overhead.
So you're saying,
That building in the back you said is also so they have 3 families in there? Is that what?
Sharing screen.
I don't know, how do you get out of this view? I don't use,
Me neither. I've never done this one before.
oh,
Uh,
escape? I
There
love
we go.
escape.
all right.
Okay, so do you mind if I just?
Sure.
So the units that are doing it is this 562 there's like an upstairs and a downstairs apartment there.
Mhm.
And then this little teeny thing right here.
That's an
is a-
apartment?
Yes. I believe there's somebody living in it. Yes. There's cars there all the time. So I'm assuming so. Like I said, I don't want to shut down the business because of what the renters are doing, but I don't know if there's something you guys can work on with that to make it right with them. But right now there's renters that are parking clear over. I'm going to steal your mouse again. They're parking clear over right here on the street because there's nowhere for them to park in front of where they're renting.
Because 562 has no parking is what I'm
Correct, yeah.
seeing is even in the front yard, there's no
Right,
parking.
Exactly, yeah. It's a shared driveway with the house to the north of it. So, and they have all kinds, I don't know any of them. I'm a really bad neighbor. I don't know my next door neighbors. So, and like I said, I don't want it to stop what they're trying to do because they do have like the 6 spots or whatever that are, I guess, technically in the street is what it sounds like, but who cares? Cause they've been there forever and nobody's going to use that part of the road.
Right.
So I don't know. That's what I had to say about it.
Thank you for coming, Scott.
Appreciate you bringing that to our attention.
Yeah, to mention that. How is that addressed, Michael, then
Um,
as far as,
Well,
We'll have, we'll make
Code
note of
enforcement.
that and then we'll look to see, first of all, if it's a legal apartment. And if not, then we'll send code enforcement
yeah,
over there.
it
So,
sounds like it's a code enforcement issue.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm just concerned that 562 doesn't have any off-street parking, period. I mean, I know it's an older home and it's been there forever, but I mean, there should be some off-street parking with every home that we have, right?
The driveway is a shared driveway. I think
We'd have to see where the property line goes there if part of that.
Yes, I mean, if 562 is a legal apartment, which I question, then it should have off-street parking for it.
Right. And the only access they have is from 600 South to.
Well, he
get
said
to
they're
the
sharing
road.
that driveway off of Main Street, but
think
I don't know
they're-
where the property line goes down that
No,
driveway.
The driveway on Main Street is actually on the other property. owner.
It is completely on the other
But I
property.
think they.
That's what I'm
share.
just looking at here, is it's on the other property owner. See,
Okay.
it's
So
not,
is that the shared driveway? then?
Yeah.
The one from
well,
behind?
this is their only access that's got
Oh,
a
I see.
driveway in front of it.
And it's completely
That's
on
the
the
Mountain Fuel
other piece of property.
So that's Mountain Fuel. This is theirs.
This is just me thinking, never been over there to look. But I think that this is technically the garage for this house, so you go back there.
Off-street parking that way.
But this unit right here, I know that they park back over here.
There's a very small portion of that driveway that's actually
Part of
on that
562.
property. The map, I'm looking at the county mapping and it's a little off, obviously, in this area. Yeah, it's typical.
You're looking at the
County
map, but 562's property does not, or is there a parcel that goes out to 600 south of
Yes.
five? So there
Yes.
is actually a
Yeah,
like a flag that goes out to,
Yes.
So this piece right here
is part of
is-
562.
That's Mountain Fuel.
is the mountain fuel.
That's
And
that's
then
a
there's
pump
that
station.
little teeny
There's a
flag piece that comes, I think,
It's,
to that.
And goes all the way out to 600.
It's 17 feet wide.
Okay.
It goes back there. That's it.
So it's not even enough to, you couldn't even do double wide
Oh, no.
stacked parking on that segment.
Tandem Park maybe. but-
You could do a single, but you couldn't do a double wide parking in that.
Yeah, so we will bring that, we'll look into that and see if it's legal first of all, and if not, we'll get code enforcement over there.
Well, and even if it is legal 3 units on a parcel, it becomes,
Very
'cause
different.
they could have an accessory dwelling unit in a home, but to have upstairs, downstairs, and an ADU doesn't
Correct.
work, period.
Correct.
So
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. No, you're totally,
No,
you're good. We appreciate having the info because,
we don't know this, so we need to have the info. That's good.
I mean, part of my thought is that obviously they shouldn't infringe on the property owner of 590 either, 600 according to Google, but yeah, that 590 should have access to obviously those based off of their location. So cool.
Do you want to make a motion then to close the public hearing?
Thank you.
And appreciating, Scott, what you mentioned, because one of the things that, yeah, planning commission also cites sometimes is code enforcement as far as just those things that are concerns to us to make sure that they're implemented. So I just make a motion at this point to close the public hearing on 5.3, appreciating that Mr. Averitt came to mention those things as well.
And I need a second.
I'll second the motion.
You're one of 4.
All in favor of closing the public hearing, please say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, any discussion from commissioners?
I mean, obviously, finding out what 562 is doing, but I don't know that they have any right or access to the parking that 590 is using. And so
They don't.
I don't see an issue with
Well,
the 590 development or the rezoning based off of.
half of that depth there, 2/3 of the depth there is actually in the city right away, where they're parking on the south side
Right.
of 590. It's actually in the city right away.
And there would be some nice improvements there that would help with that side of the street. So
Right. Yeah.
Essentially, you're gonna have exactly what Walker Field.
Yes.
Build a cross gutter so that they can facilitate drainage once the curb.
Right. Right. So that it acts as a curb, acts as a drainage way. Exactly. So,
and then I don't have any issues with any of the uses that could be done there just because of the position of it. It seems like a reasonable location for any of the uses that could be permitted.
it fits the criteria, in my opinion, for a neighborhood
Commercial.
commercial
Yep, I'd agree.
overlay. So, all right, I need a motion for us to recommend to the city council.
I make a motion then on agenda item 5.3, the neighborhood, NC1 neighborhood commercial overlay request by Richard Wells, behalf of 590 Main LLC for to send a positive recommendation of approval from the planning commission for the NC1 to be applied to Utah County parcel 081390001, located at 590 South Main Street, with the approval of the overlay, and just asking to take a look at the code enforcement on the parking on
Asking who?
the
Your staff?
staff.
Yes, okay. Have staff look at code enforcement for the neighboring properties.
Oh yeah, submitting that motion for a positive recommendation.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call. Commissioner Becker.
Yes.
Commissioner Beecher, yes. Commissioner Hamuli.
Yes.
Commissioner Frisbee.
Yes.
Motion will be recommended to the city council. That closes our review items. We have commission reports, staff reports, and training. Let's go through commission, see if there's anybody that has anything. Commissioner Frisbee,
I don't have
Commissioner
anything.
Hamuli,
I don't.
Mr. Becker.
No.
I don't have anything either, other than
Thanks for coming.
thanks for coming. Thank you. And we'll turn the time over to staff to see if they have anything they want.
If you've got any questions on your training and how much you have, you can get with Marty. I think, have you sent that out, Marty? The amount of hours?
No, she hasn't sent the training
Okay,
out.
so
Marty's got a lot on her plate. We
but
appreciate
you can
whenever
get
she
with
wants
her.
to
I,
send it
I
to us.
think,
I have checked it. Most people have at least an hour and a half. Rachel needs some, if she missed some of them.
we are,
You can have some of my extra.
I mean, we've gone through enough stuff.
we've
that
gone
we
through a
can-
lot of code that we can count that as training
Yes.
while we're
Right.
looking at revising. So I think we're probably okay, but any other questions for staff?
We want an excuse to do dinner and training though.
Oh,
so-
yes, yes. More the dinner than the training.
Oh, I see.
And you know, just so we can hear "Not in My Backyard," that's always a fun presentation for sure.
So far, no one has volunteered
I'll
on
give
that?
an
Oh,
update on that. So Mapleton has volunteered to have the South County training that I believe is November 12th. 12th or
Good.
13th. I have to look, so.
You'll send us out an invitation when
Yes,
they
I
actually
will.
send that out.
Mhm.
Okay. Mapleton has a nice building.
Sweet. And that would be on our normal
that?
planning and zoning night. So that's nice.
They have a real nice
Yeah.
building.
Our
They have
regular
a nice
training.
conference room and
It's, let me look.
As long as they don't serve Little Caesar's pizza, I think we'll be great.
This is
no place to
Mapleton,
eat
come
in
on.
Mapleton, but they have.
I'm just saying, like, you know, you would, anyway, great. We'll leave that as a placeholder for that training.
It's November 12th.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
Any
that
other
starting at
questions?
6 or 5?
That I don't know.
Because I think usually we start a little earlier on those, if I remember right.
I think those are usually around 5:30 or
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
6.
thought
Yeah,
we
between
started a little
5:30 and
early when
6.
we, because they do like a half-hour meal and then start their
Usually go to
presentations
like
or whatever.
8:30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Latest 9 o'clock-ish. So.
Any
Okay.
other questions for staff? Okay.
Do we have to go longer? We only lasted a half hour.
We
I
still
was
didn't break
hoping
the
the meeting
record.
was going to be like a new record at 10 minutes, but it didn't happen. So
Okay, the current record is 11. Is that what we're?
I think so.
Yeah. We've done some pretty quick ones before, so.
Oh, I'm telling you, if Kirk's out and I'm cheering, we'll go 10 and a half. Yeah. Yeah, we will not have a long meeting that night. I won't want to do all that stuff.
All right, I need one last motion.
Motion to
Adjourn.
adjourn.
Second,
All in favor?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. We're adjourned.
Go home.
Go home.